Good afternoon, Barbara. How are you today?
I'm well, thanks. How about you?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for asking. And thank you for allowing me to record this portion of our interview. So I'd love to just go ahead and get right at it. I'd love for you to tell me what you did and what your responsibilities were. We started to chat about it a little bit before, but let's talk some more about what you were doing at the Florida Bar. You were there for 6 years.
It'll be 6 years in November. Yes.
Okay, so tell me about what you did there.
Okay. First of all, I started out as an associate, and I was back up to support all of the legal secretaries. At that time, I was a receptionist. I also did public records requests, filing, faxing, emailing, document preparation and proofing, and things like that. And then once I was promoted to legal secretary, my tasks increased and my responsibilities increased.
All right, and when they increased, what were you doing?
I began contacting the respondents and the complainants and helping walk them through what needed to be done, gathering documentation from them, setting up files for court appearances, and documenting information in our electronic management system. It's called CAMFI. And everything is done there electronically. Everything would be scanned and put into each case and followed up. I particularly worked on inventory attorney cases. An inventory attorney comes in whenever an attorney is no longer able to practice law for either death, or he's revoked or disbarred or for some reason. And the inventory attorney would come in and start closing down the office, and I would help track that.
Okay, great. And let's see here. What about your other software skills? You mentioned Campy. Let's take a peek here. Microsoft Office, Word.
Yes, the whole suite, the Microsoft Office suite,
Sweet. Okay.
Excel, Word. I used Word a lot. I prepared a lot of different manuals for the bar. One of them is on our website, and so I have a lot of experience using Word and email, of course, and faxing. Everything is faxed electronically. We don't have a fax machine, so it all
Okay.
goes through the email as well.
All right. Perfect. So let's see here. Now, you said you did backup for reception.
Yes, I did a lot of the reception. Whenever the regular receptionist was not there, not able to sit at the front desk, then I would take over for that. And that would be doing the regular things the receptionist does, greeting and meeting clients when they come in, gathering the mail, stamping it, and sending it out to the right attorney, or following up with a legal secretary, things like that.
Okay. And do you like doing that type of work?
I do. I enjoy meeting and talking with people. I was on, answering the phone. The phone at the bar doesn't ring very often. you might
Okay.
you might sit there and maybe not get a call for 2 or 3 hours, but whenever it did ring, we had to answer it promptly and get it to the right person. And then, of course, we had lots of meetings there. We would have sworn statements and things like that that they held in the conference room there, and you would have to facilitate those and make sure everything was ready for those, as far as the condition of the conference room and snacks and coffee and drinks and things like that. I also help with events that we have at the bar. Whenever it's someone's birthday or retirement party or something like that, I'm always on that committee.
Okay, great. I used to do that too. Um, so now, as far as when you were talking about that the phones don't ring too much at the Florida bar, but I understand that in the past you have been a customer care specialist. Were you answering calls there
Constantly.
constantly? Okay, so you do have lots of call center experience.
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel that you'd be comfortable, answering repetitive calls during the day, very busy phone system, busy office?
Yes, I don't have a problem with that. I've got lots of experience with that.
Yes,
It,
that's what I
it
thought.
doesn't throw me off at all.
Okay, wonderful. Can you tell me about a time that you recently had to multitask for a project and how you prioritize that?
Well, of course, multitasking to me, I'm not, your hands are only able to do so much at one time. And so it seems to me that whenever I'm multitasking, I start something, and generally it's something that it can run by itself until it needs my attention again. And in the meantime, I will pick up another task and start doing that. And that happens a lot whenever you're preparing documents for court. You have a lot of things running in the background. You might have stacks and stacks of copies running that have to go to a judge and another attorney and, the defendants or whatever. And then while that's running, you can start on other projects that you might have going on your computer, and just back and forth, and make sure that you don't miss anything on either one of them.
Okay, for sure. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this portion of the recording, but don't hang up because we got a few more things to chat about.
Okay, great.